So yesterday we heard the president's speech, and my personal opinion is that I think it was the right decision to make, and he didn't leave it too long, and it's actually just telling everybody things are happening, tough times are coming, prepare yourself, be more vigilant. From myself personally, I've been following a lot overseas, and I've been saying it that look what's happening abroad. I mean, it's affecting every single country, and it was just a question of time until it starts coming to us. My personal opinion is that I believe that from a business point of view, I think we're around about anything between 4 and 6 weeks until things can become a bit more tougher. And that's just once again, just having a look at what's happening all over the world and seeing the impact that it is happening, financially on businesses, on salary people, and that. So the three things that I've been saying, but I've actually made it four, is that hold on to your cash, concentrate on your debt, and third thing is that you should look after your health and you should not panic. So panic affects your health. So those are the three things, hold on to your cash, concentrate on your debt, and don't panic. Don't panic, because when you panic, you're going to make mistakes. And I've said it before that I believe that we are fortunate in the one way that we are behind a lot of the other countries, so we can actually see what is happening and prepare ourselves. And eventually, a lot of people haven't been taking it serious, and that is where eventually, measurements get put into place and the government start to say, this is what's going to happen. And that because people just don't take it serious. And we need to take it serious because by looking after your health, I mean, you are actually not infecting other people and your family around you and the elderly and that. And that's why it's so important. But we will beat this. We will get over it. I think we need to take the information that we are learning from all over the world and actually understand how it has an impact on us individually, on our businesses, and get ready for some tough times. But we will get over it. And I still say it is that we have around about anything between 4 and 6 weeks until it gets a bit tougher, so we can prepare ourselves. And to the salary people is there, you need to relook at your things. Going out, is it that important these days, or could you rather just invest that in having cash, investing better in groceries? Try to keep about 2 weeks worth of groceries, water, necessities and that for about 2 weeks, so that you're feeling better. Simple things, if your cell phones are coming up for renewals, don't take those bigger packages. Try and down your packages. You're going to gyms, you see what's happening overseas. I mean, they've closed coffee shops, they've closed health industry. Read your contract. Can you just put it on hold? And once everything happens, you don't want to be paying for things that you won't be using. You don't want to be paying for things that are not important at this time. And you want to be putting money aside. And if you can always buy a little bit of extra, there will always be people that you can help and that. So my advice, to people that depend on a paycheck, start to look where you can cut, and you can always reinstate those things later. But when you are having commitments on a monthly basis, have a look at those things, because there are going to be so many changes going forward. Businesses, restructuring, bonuses most probably will going to become tougher, retrenchments are going to be on the table, so many things. So rather try to limit the impact that it will eventually have on you, and look at those things, and look what's happening overseas, in the sense of, so it gives you an indication of what could happen. And it would be lovely that it never affects us, but unfortunately it's affecting the whole world. And this is, we can blame whoever we want, but there is no one to be blamed for this in our country, and we just have to all stand together, all be strong together, and we will get through it. Just don't panic. Now, if you do not take this thing serious, you will end up panicking, because it's going to hit you. Business people, ask yourself the question: if it affects, and people are infected, how will you continue running your business? Invest in knowledge to be able to help your staff. Educate your staff. Let them feel that you are actually coming up with solutions. Look, what you can do is that if they can offer value working from home. So business people need to start looking at, how they can look after their people, look after their clients, and look after their businesses. Because if you have no staff, you have no business. If you have no clients, you have no business. And at the end of the day, if you run your business in the ground, you will have no business. So these are the type of things that we need to be looking at and taking it very serious. My personal opinion is I think we still got a couple of weeks before the impact becomes much greater. Start talking to your banks. Ask them what is your options. Look at where you can cut unnecessary stuff and focus on what is important. Show your clients as well that you are taking this serious. We need to be showing that we are sanitizing our businesses. We are taking these type of things serious. And you can go and have a look which industries are being affected the most. And if you're in that industry, you can now start looking at what you need to do. But we need to take this serious. We will overcome it. We will beat this eventually. But why wait for the blow to be bigger than what it should? And my prayers go out to all the people all over the world, and we should all be praying together for one another. We should all be standing together. We should stop, blaming and looking at, things that really are not important at this point of time. At this point in time, the number one is that we should all be standing together. We should all be focusing on beating this. And most importantly, we must be civil to one another. So important. I've been seeing some things that are being said to people, and the criticisms and all that, and how they're running down. So there's no need for that. Spend that energy in finding solutions. Spend that energy in making it a better tomorrow. We are heading for tough times. We will beat this. And at the end of the day, let's just stand together and let's get through this. I pray for each and every one of you. And at the end of the day, we need to look at the good and not always the bad. We will get through this, and we do have time to start working and getting ourselves in a better position. Thank you very much to everybody.